Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to remove rust from and sharpen your hatchet or axe with a whetstone. There are several ways to sharpen an axe, such as with a file. This video just covers the whetstone method. So here I have an old Collins Hatchet. I picked it up at a garage sale a few years back for about 50 cents. It looks pretty awful. It came with a lot of rust on it. Apparently it was neglected in its previous life, but it's sturdy and made in the USA. My intention here is to clean it up a bit and give it a decent edge so it can replace the one at hunting camp. Right now at camp we use an old rusty double-edged axe to chop kindling. It's really unsafe. The only thing holding it together is a few pieces of tattered duct tape. Anyways, back to the hatchet. It's a good idea to clean off rust before sharpening to keep the head from losing integrity. To clean off the surface rust, all you really need is some rem oil and steel wool. Apply and scrub. Sandpaper is another option. If your rust situation is bad, you can also use a wire brush. Here I have a Dremel tool with a soft wire brush head. Don't forget to always wear safety glasses when working with power tools. So here's what the hatchet looks like without all the surface rust. I really considered taking all the paint off as well, but in the end, I decided to go with practical instead of pretty. If anything, the paint is helping to prevent further rust. But hey, if you guys think I should be taking the paint off too and take time to fully restore this thing, leave your thoughts in the comments below and I'll be happy to oblige. At the moment though, this is just a sharpening video. Even though not all blemishes in the metal came out, the surface rust did. Underneath that rust I found that someone had taken a grinding wheel to this hatchet at one point and did a real bang up job, deeply scratching the steel. Ouch. Anyways, let's get on with the sharpening. Whetstones come in several different grades. I'll be using a coarse stone here. Be sure to add oil to the stone. This will help protect the pores of the stone from getting filled with tiny metal shavings. Some stones use water instead of oil, so use the right one. Next, pick up your axe or hatchet and find its bevel. The bevel is the portion of the head that tapers down closest to the cutting edge. This is the only portion of your axe head that should be touching your stone, and it should always be laying flat on the stone. So using a nice even sweeping motion on the stone, push forward starting with the portion of your axe head that's closest to the handle. Remember to keep that bevel flat and sharpen each portion of your edge evenly with each sweep. After a few passes, flip your axe or hatchet over and do the other side. Evenly rotate between the two sides and repeat until you're satisfied with the edge. If you like, you can also use a leather strop or fine stone to hone it afterwards. When you're done sharpening, wipe the head down with some WD-40. If this stuff can protect an ICBM from rusting and corroding, it will help your axe head as well. And now for the biggest question, how sharp do you want your hatchet or axe to be? Well, there's a happy medium. An axe that is too dull has a higher likelihood to glance off wood and could cause injury. But you do not want it to be razor sharp either. I have a couple knife sharpening videos out there where I slice a piece of paper afterward. Your axe should not be able to do that. This is not a knife where most of the cutting work is done by the blade. This is an axe or hatchet we're talking about. Most of the work is actually done by the weight and momentum of the head. Most bevels on axes and hatchets are somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 degrees. I suggest you keep them there. So I hope this video is enough to get you started on your axe or hatchet. If so, please let me know by giving it a like. I'd like to send out a huge thanks to all the good people out there subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to weigh in on if I should restore this hatchet or not. Thanks for watching and happy hunting.